Do you know what I like to do when I'm going to be on TV? I like to do a response video for Baseball Collector. Congratulations on 5,000 subs. And I like to look at some baseball cards. So this is going to be a combination response, and I'm going to show some cards because that's what we do here on YouTube. So, Mike, I don't want entered in the contest for the airline tickets. I'll leave those to somebody else who could enjoy them. But I wanted to support you. You've been very supportive of me over the years, and one of the first YouTubers I ever discovered. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Next Wednesday, there's a new card show on TV. I think it's on DirecTV. It's on the Bally Network. It's called The Card Life, and it's hosted by this guy, Matt Strahm. He just signed a 1-year deal with the Red Sox. So they're coming next Wednesday, and they're going to film me. Ryan from Breakout Cards, I saw was on, I believe, the last episode. And they had the guy who was like 18 years old that created the Ken Griffey Upper Deck rookie card. It's a very, very interesting episode. Ryan, you beat me to it. But come Wednesday, I'm going to catch up with you. Now, I'm really excited. I don't know, he wants to do like a 15, 20-minute interview about how I got into collecting, and then like 45 minutes of me showing cards. So, it's all like, pack breakers and modern cards for the most part that I've seen on there. So I can't wait to show them some stuff that these pack rippers have never seen before. Some of the good stuff, some obscure stuff, and a lot of good information. And I think, I want to make it really interesting and have people see things they've never known even existed. That's what gets my juices flowing. And so to respond to Mike Baseball Collector on what YouTube means to me and the influencers I've had. So I had a Facebook page, and I would put pictures of all my cards on there just as a way to kind of catalog them for myself and put them up and share them with others, right? There were Facebook groups. So as an afterthought, I threw some videos up on YouTube that I had put on my Facebook page. And I didn't know there was a community. I really never really searched on YouTube for baseball cards. But Dave Blue Jacket 66, I guess he found one of my videos, and he gave me a shout out. And some recommendations, because I used to fly through and I didn't really show the cards. And all of a sudden I'm getting all these subscribers. I had nobody. I think I had 2 subscribers or something. And so then I had to go see where this was happening. Somebody mentioned, or many people mentioned, that Blue Jacket 66 sent them over. And so I searched Blue Jacket 66, and I started to watch some of Dave's videos. And then months later, I'm out at happy hour, and I got like 30 new subscribers while I'm at happy hour. It's like ping, ping, ping on my email. And it was, you, Mike, Baseball Collector. You, Mike, had given me a shout out. And so you two were 2 of the first YouTubers that I was familiar with. So then I started to search around for card channels. And 2 of the very first ones I remember besides you two were Pepino Man and Nate Tops 85401. And I remember I'm having my morning coffee. It's like a Saturday, and I call my wife over. I'm like, you got to see this guy. He's showing baseball cards, but man, he's in masks and outfits and costumes. I think he had a cowbell. And so Nate did a response video for me, and I remember I was traveling, and my wife and daughter and I stopped at a McDonald's to grab I don't know, a little something to drink and eat. And I got this notification. I saw that Nate had put up a response video to me, and it was very meaningful to me because he was like one of the first 2 YouTubers I ever discovered. And I had noticed how many subscribers he had, and he seemed very seasoned. So that meant a lot to me to see not only his, but a lot of the responses of people I didn't even know watched my channel at all. And man, the relationships that I've developed and friendships through the card world on here is just immeasurable. I mean, this has become one of the biggest parts of my life next to my family and my work now, honestly. I just love it. I love making videos. I love watching videos. I love interacting with everyone, making responses, watching responses. You know, there are a lot of YouTubers I've really gotten to know, and I kind of text on a regular basis. We have Dave, of course, Blue Jacket 66. I was just texting with him right before I came on here. There are 6 guys. We are constantly texting back and forth. That's George, Diamond Yard Sports Cards, Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards, James, Elite Hunters, Don, Field of Dreams, Lou Rock TV, Bob Lewis, the guy everybody loves to hate, Zombie Collector. I text with him. Reese, Card Ranger ND. I text with him all the time. Derek, Hardball Crazy. Shannon, back to the cardboard. He's not doing much now, but I would text with him. And JP Wisco, Sean Tieford, man, CAC Sports Cards, CAC. I hope I'm not missing anybody, but there have been so many YouTubers that have influenced me. Andrew Nuff Said Cards lives near my brother-in-law. I'm planning on going and seeing him soon when I visit my brother-in-law. So, you know, they're just people that I've met. I've been down to Tampa, met all kind of people. Sticks and Seams, great guy. Hitman 23. Junior Baseball Fanatic 12, he and his family. So I'm sure I'm missing people. Brent, Near Mint Musings, I've interacted with him. Josh. There's just so many. So anyway, I'm rambling. So that's what YouTube has meant to me. And my influencers are really everybody. I mean, there's nobody. There is really no one that hasn't ever taught me something or shown me something I didn't know existed. And I love that, you know. And I know a lot of people say they get that from my channel, and then, you know, a few weeks later they're making a video on a card I picked up that they didn't know about. And that makes me feel good because like Rudog21 just picked up Roberto Clemente's personal KDKA card, and he saw it on my channel. So I'm very happy for him. And I've done the same thing. I see a card and I didn't know about it and I got to have it, right? I think it was, I had a card from Eddie Stanky collection. And I can't remember if Don Field of Dreams got it first or I got it first. But anyway, we taught each other, or one of us taught the other. JP Wisco, I had a Japanese uncut sheet of Menko cards with Joe DiMaggio, and he saw it and he had to go get one. And that's what it's all about. It's about sharing the love, sharing the the hobby knowledge, and that's what it's about. So, man, so many influencers, really all of you. Pepino, man, you know, he does all kind of crazy things, but man, he has an amazing collection. He's been collecting, you know, almost or as long as me. Childhood Dream. If you look at all the binders and sets he has. And sometimes that gets lost. I know his response video, he was talking about this. That I remember one time he was showing a Johnny Bench rookie card, and he got upset because somebody said, that's his rookie card. He's like, no kidding. You don't think I know cards? But anyway, that's about it, I guess. I have some cards now. This is a card channel, and we're talking about YouTube card community. So, I got some nice stuff to show, so let's do it. First, I have this Lou Krieger, and he caught for Cy Young the early part of his career. And he caught Cy Young's perfect game. It was the first perfect game in American League history, and it's a beautiful card. Just love the E-cards. And I have a Colgan's chip here of smooth fielding shortstop, Donnie Bush for the Tigers. One of the greatest defensive early shortstops. And I got this great Donnie Bush. This is a great T206. I got this Paul Wainer strip card. And one of the greatest, if not the greatest, left-handed pitcher of all time. I got a Lefty Grove autograph. It's a beautiful signature. Got these. These are 1936. What are they? Wide pen premiums. Paul Waner. And Chuck Klein. If you have these raw, I suggest you put them in here. You know, people put these in top loaders, and what happens is these are very thin. And they will, you know, if they rest down on the top loader, you're moving boxes with it in all the time, you can damage the bottoms because the top loader is very hard and rigid. But that's great. Chuck Klein, just a great player. And I had shown this on one of my rummages. I had this old ad for these Pepsi playing cards. But I didn't actually have a playing card, so I wanted to get a playing card to go with my ad, so I picked up the Pete Rose. And I don't know if any of you, I'm sure some of you, get Beckett Vintage. And they featured these. These are from 1970. Action cartridges with Arnold Palmer and Rod Carew there. Well, I have one. And I got the Arnold Palmer because Arnold Palmer, I collect golf cards, especially vintage golf cards. And Arnold Palmer, for whatever reason, as popular as he was, didn't have cards during his playing days. So to have an item from Arnold Palmer, representing Arnold Palmer from 1970s, extra special for me. And there's another card inside of here, but I don't really want to mess with it. But I guess these are razor blades. Pretty cool. Now, I grew up in the town right next to Arnold Palmer. He's from Latrobe, PA. They named the regional airport after him. My wife had her bridal shower at his country club. I used to play at his country club all the time. One time I got stuck in a rainstorm with him for like a half an hour, just shooting the shit. And he was very accessible. I went to a private match with him and Chichi Rodriguez. There were just, man, maybe 100 people watching. But he was a very integral part of the community and a wonderful, gracious man. You would not find a more gracious celebrity that ever lived. Arnold Palmer. And what else do I have? I have this Gene Woodling from 1961. I got a couple of Mariano Rivera's. Just some cards I like. You know, a lot of people only want the rookie card or a main card or some super short print. You know, I like all cool looking cards. If they're a nice looking card, I want them. I mean, look how great these are. And I showed you guys this beat up card I had of Tommy Agee, that we used to flip as kids. Now, we used to play flipping games, and we played two different kinds of games. And one was to flip it. You each flipped one, and it landed odd or even. Somebody would call odd or even. And if both sides came up the same direction, it was even. And if one card came up this way and one card came up this way, it was odd. And so if you won, you got the other person's card, and you just flip them up in the air, like so. Now, the other way we would do it is we would line these up against the wall at an angle. And we'd stand way back, and we would throw them like Frisbees. And whatever cards you knocked down, you got to keep. And so this is one of those cards. And it has, I think it's my old neighbor's initials. So I had mentioned that this is one of the greatest airbrush jobs and kind of a famous card that a lot of people don't know about because Rusty Staub did not have a card in 1972 or 73. And Tommy Agee went from the Mets to the Houston Astros, right? So what they did was they colored all the players, this photograph's from the Mets. They colored them all in to make them look like they're all with Houston. And that's Rusty Staub over there. So he appeared on a 1973 card, and this is it, even though he didn't have his own card. So pretty cool. But I told you when I showed this card, I needed to pick up a better example, so I did that. Nice sharp one there. That's better. I still got to keep this though. You know, it's nostalgic. I got a whole box filled with, you know, lesser condition cards from my childhood. And I couldn't part with them for anything. I mean, they're not worth anything, I'm sure, but. And I got this 1976 Luis Tiant. I showed you his father's Cuban card I picked up not so long ago. If you don't know, this is a tough card to find in great shape. I don't know why, but it's tough. And I was watching higher end ones that were selling for like 75 bucks. And this one's just in outstanding condition, like perfectly cut. And I got it for like $9. I don't know if the seller knew how how difficult these are to find. And I picked up this 1959 because I have a near set there, and it's a Pittsburgh Pirate. So I got this Jim Pendleton. Of course, he played for other teams as well. And I got this Derek Jeter Classic Rookie. And I guess this is the shorter printed one. There's one with a border and this one. So there's two versions of this that I'm aware of. Maybe more, I don't know. And I got this really cool Steph Curry. Again, nothing super special as far as value or a rookie card, but just a cool looking card. And I just love these. I just love these cards. And I got a top 70 Ohtani. He seems to be tearing it up again in spring training, so we'll see. I just love this guy. So that's what I have for you today. Mike, congratulations again, 5,000. That's a huge achievement. Thank you for all you do in the card community. Thank you for all the support you've given me. Thanks for watching, everyone.